the fight. Marines advance, we fight the fight. From the co-op to the podcast scene, red, white, blue, we're living the dream. For the USA we scream and shout, this is what it's all about. From the co-op to the podcast scene, red, white, blue, we're living the dream. For the USA we scream and shout, this is what it's all about. Two Jaws Podcast, hear the name. Goose and Maverick bringing the flame. For the veterans, for the brave, we honor those who paved the way. Two Jaws Podcast, loud and clear. America's voice you'll wanna hear. Marines in heart and soul, we stand for the United States of this great land. From the court to the podcast scene, red, white, blue, we're living the dream. For the USA we scream and shout, this is what it's all about. Two Jaws Podcast, hear the name. Goose and Maverick bringing the flame. For the veterans, for the brave, we honor those who paved the way. Two Jaws Podcast, loud and clear. America's voice you'll want to hear. Marines in heart and soul, we stand for the United States of this great land. Two Jaws Podcast, loud and clear. America's voice you'll want to hear. Marines in heart and soul, we stand for the United States of this great land.
Goose and Maverick holding it down. Two vets in the mix, wearing the crown. Two Jaws Podcast, making it real. Talk
And we're live. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in.
Hello, hello.
Two
Holy
jars.
fuck, dude. Look
finally
how
back.
pink I am on TV.
Pink? You're not pink.
Yeah, we're both a little red.
I know I'm red as shit.
I know, but on screen we look pink.
Looks like I got beat. Right there. Oh, my fucking... You see how...
Oh, dude, you got your tattoo got half.
Yeah, I got half.
Got some shading.
I got some shading, some free shading from the sun.
Thanks
Why
a
are you
lot.
guys so red? Yeah, exactly. Wait, I want to see Maverick. I want to see if he really does look pink.
Like a Swedish fish.
Oh, you do, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe our eyes lie. The camera never lies. That's what they say.
It is kind of pink though when you look at it.
Yeah, now that I look at it in through the screen.
My forearms are more like tan. But
So why did you miss last week?
oh shit, I don't even remember
I told everybody.
why.
You went to the dentist
Oh yeah,
and you thought you were getting work done, and they did.
Psych.
They did you like they did me when we went to Erie for that shit.
yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, we just want to take some pictures." I'm like, "I got a camera at home."
They gave me penicillin though, so like they don't hurt anymore.
Oh, were they infected?
Fuck yeah. I was telling my wife, I was like, one is definitely infected, but this other one is like the same exact situation. It kind of got a little too far along and snapped off.
Right.
And I said, I guarantee I've only been getting abscesses on this one side. Guarantee it's infected. I'm going to actually ask the dentist when he comes in if he'll do the other side.
Yeah.
Like, can we do that?
Yeah.
You know? And he comes in,
I don't recommend it.
and I asked him, and he said, yeah, we could take a look. He comes back with the x-ray, and he's like, oh, they're both infected. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I don't recommend doing them both at the same time.
Oh, now we're
I
pulling
tried that
both them
once,
bitches.
and I was spitting blood, puking. I was in a lot of pain. I was in a lot of pain.
My wife had a lot extracted. She's a trooper, man. She had like a few pulled, and they did the wrong procedure. I think I told you on her teeth.
No, I don't remember.
She was
you
supposed to have a
telling me
root canal on the one, and they capped it.
that. Oh shit!
They put in a filling or some shit,
Yeah.
and now it's infected. And
They didn't
Yes.
kill the tooth before they capped it. Basically, a root canal is like what they do before they cap it.
fuck,
That's
you,
what they're supposed to do.
You know more than I do.
Yeah. Well, what is
All
the plan?
I know is don't let the Navy work on your teeth.
No, they were really good with
The
me.
fuck they are.
They took out my
Fuck them.
What are those fucking wisdom teeth? They took out my wisdom teeth for me in the Marine
Doc's
Corps.
cool. Everyone else I'm skeptical of. That's my rule of thumb.
But what's your plan? What did the doctor say? Like, we're definitely gonna extract those
Oh
two.
yeah, he wants to pull them both. He said, "I ain't gonna make you come back for both. We're gonna pull them both." I said, "Thank goodness," because they're really like the only two that are that are bad.
Okay, and
Which
then what
weird-
about like just like touch ups, like fillings and like
Yes.
that's about it. Oh,
Yes.
that's a lot better than mine.
And
I gotta get
buff.
partials
Ooh.
on the top. I gotta lose this tooth, and then
How
I
old
have
are
to
you?
lose a couple down here. 35.
Are you older than me?
No, I say I'm 35. Technically,
you're
I'm
a liar.
34 still until December, but it's New Year. I keep with the numbers.
Wrong.
Wrong?
Yeah.
Wait, you're 35?
Not yet.
No?
August.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you and my
Yeah.
son have the same month. Yeah.
What day?
I'm not telling you that on stream. That's weird.
Well, I have a lot of. There's a lot of August birthdays in our family.
Oh, really?
We have 4 within a week. now
Jesus.
because of
Nobody gets presents.
Everybody does.
Everybody got presents?
Birthday week, man. Yep, birthday week. It's fucking badass.
Are you doing anything big for your 35 or just letting it ride?
No, I already got my birthday present. I'm golden. I'm set.
What was it, the dinner that you had last episode?
No.
You don't
What
even
was
know what I'm
dinner?
talking about.
What was dinner?
You don't remember the clip that went out? I sent it to you.
Of course you did. I'm fucking baked. I don't remember.
Yeah, you were there too. Yeah, we were talking about World War One.
Oh.
What's for dinner?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the thing.
Yeah, no, I remember. I lost my train of thought again.
Yeah, exactly.
God
He's
damn it,
thinking
dude.
about
Stop
the
doing
dish.
that to me. You know.
Mr. Insomniac. Oh my fucking god, pork chops. That's what the real food was.
I fucking
But is that So you already got your birthday present.
Basically, yes.
Can we talk about it on stream?
I don't want to talk about monetary value, but
Okay.
you know,
Yeah, we don't have to worry about that.
That's tacky.
Okay. So what?
But I got a card that I've been really wanting, so that's cool.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Mhm.
is it that the Archangel or what,
Platinum Angel.
Platinum Angel.
Yep.
What does that card do again?
Finally got it. You can't lose the game. Your opponent can't win the game.
Okay.
Or opponents.
And it's a rare card because.
Well, it's a serialized 1 out of 500.
Okay.
So there's only 500 of them, and it's a misprint. So
And it's even that makes it even more rare.
yeah,
Right. Okay.
yeah. But it's just something like I really didn't have anything.
Mhm.
Like I've been collecting angels for a long time. Then I had to restart,
Mhm.
and then
This
I
puts
saw
like
this,
a
and I was
cherry
like,
on top
yeah,
of your.
that's, that's like the, just like, damn, dude. Everything else is like beneath this. Now that I have this, I can kind of
Take a
just
breather.
take my time.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm trying to collect even uncommons and commons
Mhm.
to really have just like a binder full. Because that was the mission when I started out.
Did
so.
you hear about like people organizing their binder through a story instead of like common, rare, and everything?
That's cool.
They have a story where it starts, and it's like Dungeons and Dragons. Like it's a story like that, and like it goes down each line.
No shit.
Yeah, like I saw it somewhere. It was either on YouTube or TikTok, and I'm like, that's a cool idea. I bet Brian could do that.
I thought you meant like collecting an entire set.
Oh no.
Because I do know somebody that did that.
Yeah,
An entire Magic set. Every card printed
Fuck.
in the set.
that's expensive.
It wasn't at the time because he did it when it came out.
Oh,
He was
okay.
smart. And he actually, I think he did have to fill it out a couple years later as
Mm-hmm.
it was starting to rise.
Yeah.
And he traded a lot. But that's one of the coolest things I've seen collected.
That is cool.
Was the entire, and it's Legions from Magic.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got a Chroma, the Arcane, or a
So
Chroma
he
Angel
probably
Wrath.
had the hardest time getting
Phage.
those big cards, and all the other cards were fairly
he had
easy.
most of them
Yeah.
already.
He had the big ones?
He had a lot of the good ones that
Damn.
nobody else had because he played in that
Yeah.
set. So, yeah, collecting. That's why I like the hobby. It's just as much fun as playing.
True.
You
yeah.
can play with the collectibles. It's not like they got to sit on a shelf.
Yeah,
It's
like,
dude,
you sent me the picture
fucking
today of the card, and I just made a video of it.
yeah, that's cool.
I was like,
Hell yeah.
this is funny.
Now I'm pretty stoked because it's something I can give to my kids.
Yeah,
you know,
pass it
'cause
down.
I'm hoping they're going to be big Magic heads. You know,
Yeah.
they already throw Pokemon cards around the living room and stuff.
Yeah, my son plays Pokemon too.
Oh, does he?
Yeah,
Well, shit. I wish I,
I hate
would've
him
known
for
that.
it. I was like, don't play that shit.
What?
The game sucks.
That's how it starts.
Yeah. That's
Because
what I'm
the-
hoping.
The
I'm like,
Pokemon cards are.
I'll give
dank.
my piece. I'll be like, hey, that game sucks, but you have fun with it. And then when you want a real game, a man game, you come over here to Magic, okay? And I think that's gotten into his head because he's like, am I old enough to play Magic
Just
yet?
buy him a Magic deck.
He's like, am I old enough to
I
play
think it's like
Magic yet? And I'm
13.
like, no, you have a couple more years just to understand everything in the game.
It's a complex game, yeah.
Yeah, it's like learning chess before checkers. You need to
Mm.
play your dumb Pokemon game, learn that game first.
Yeah, I never played Pokemon.
I never did
We
either.
collected it. I knew how.
Mm-hmm.
And then I learned how to play like for nostalgia value.
Yeah.
Literally, that's the only reason.
You were speaking of like passing that card down generationally.
Yeah.
I have that for my Power Ranger. I showed on the stream
that's
that one
dope.
time.
Isn't that
that's,
cool?
That's gonna be my pass down.
Being a parent, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can, you know,
Yeah. I want to see
Share
more
in those
achievements
things.
than I finally get that fucking toy.
well, it's good to like have interests and hobbies, you know what I mean? Because they're good to fall back on, you know,
Right.
in hard times. Like Magic is literally therapeutic for me. Most people would say the opposite.
That what?
It's not therapeutic. That it stresses them the fuck out and they hate playing, you know? A lot of rage players, but
Yeah, I've never met one. You know,
oh, they're exhausting, bro.
like I've seen people get upset because they lost,
No, there's some really funny ones.
but like in real life, I've seen it online. You
Oh,
know?
no, real life, yes, real life.
You've seen some?
There was, I think, a few that we went to college with, and a few that I met later. I get pretty intense, but
Yeah, but you
So there were
throttle
some
it down depending on the situation. You
there
don't
were people that we played with in our group, and when we were at JCC, our group was like anywhere between 10 to 25 people.
right.
Everybody at the school was playing Magic. And people would literally try to cheat. And they thought they were so charismatic. I wonder if you can guess the person. They thought they were so charismatic they could talk the entire college group into believing a card that they spent money on, went out and bought, mind you, did something other than what was printed on the card. They tried to make up their own rule. And
Yeah.
they'd literally convince people, you know, that hey, this
spread
card
that.
does this. And it's like, it happened multiple times.
Yeah.
And it's just like, dude, it's a fucking game. You got to
What
cheat at a game. Like,
I
that's
wonder what the
pathetic.
ability was. Was it?
It had to do with mulligans. It was a really
Okay.
sketchy card.
Okay.
But it basically meant that your mulligan rule, I don't know, was reduced or some shit. And the way he was playing it is that you can just keep drawing 7 cards as long as that card's in your opening hand. And it's
But
like,
you'd
no,
have
I
to
don't
prove
think it
that.
does that.
Would he show the card?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean,
It did something completely opposite of what he said, though. And
Oh.
I'll have to find the card. It's something Flask, but
It's probably something like if this is in your first hand, you get one time.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah, it's not every time.
You know, like, and you can only do it once per game or some stupid shit. But like, a few of us were like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, if that's what you got to do to
get
win.
you get a
like,
free mulligan.
You fucking went out and bought the card.
I could see his brain working though. He's read the card. It has you get a free mulligan with
I'm
this
talking
card.
out my ass because I don't know what the card is. I'll have to
I know,
find
but
it.
like just coming up with the idea. Theoretically, so the card would say, you get a free mulligan if this is in your starting hand, and then you could misstrew that and fucking say, well, technically, what if I draw it again in this new hand? That's probably what it was.
You knew what it was? He was drawing another. He was drawing like another hand or some shit.
Yeah.
He was basically drawing more and like being like, oh, I took this is my mulligan, and this card says I keep my mulligan or some shit. I don't know. And it was like, and you know, we were teaching a lot of people,
Yeah,
and he was
that could have fucked up
more
a lot of people.
experienced than most.
Yeah.
He's also the first person I remember net decking,
Oh,
like going online and being like, okay, this deck's number 1 in the world. We're gonna spend $500 on it. It's like, okay, well,
yeah.
that takes a lot of intellect, I guess.
At that time, started boom in your area. You're like,
That's why I
nobody
like
knows
drafting.
about net decking. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it definitely was an advantage that he had.
for sure. But it was more casual Magic. None of us were playing like
Yeah, you weren't going to
competitive.
tourneys and
yeah,
shit.
no, it was just like a hobby game that we grew up with and taught to our friends.
Yeah.
So, yeah, some people do ruin it.
Yeah, but that's every game.
I had a table flipped on me. You know that story.
Yeah, I do.
So-
You told it on the show. Like,
Fuck yeah. I like telling that one because it's like the mythical meme,
Yeah.
you know?
So speaking of pink skins,
Uh-oh.
how'd the game go yesterday? I had a
Oh man, I had
a run out
I fucking
yesterday.
actually laid an egg the whole fucking game. I couldn't get in a rhythm.
No.
No, I overthrew a few. I had a few bad reads.
You were worried about your grip before I left.
Yeah, sweating like a motherfucker all day.
Was it the grip too?
95 out. Yep. And another thing is there's like, you know, there's expectations
Mm-hmm.
going in, and I try to meet, I don't know, like the expectation of leadership,
Right.
and it's hard when players are like let down.
Yeah.
Because they have their own expectations of something that's going to
So
happen.
the
in the game.
Monstars played really well then.
I think they did.
Mm-hmm.
We did not. I think that was the big thing.
Mm.
It doesn't matter how well the other team plays. If you don't play well, you know, coach always used to tell us, play our game, play
Yeah.
your game.
Did you
And
get
that's
to like
not what
take a
happened.
break? Yeah, you would
I
have
had to. I actually had to sub out on defense.
defense, right?
I was getting
That's
all
what I was
tingly
thinking.
and lightheaded, and I didn't want to tell anybody.
You wanted the-
anybody, but I found out today.
Did you want the silver bullet? Is that what you wanted?
No, dude. Both my meds say avoid sunlight.
What are you? They're just making you into a vampire now.
Yeah, literally. I found that out today. Both my meds have like you're not supposed to go in the sun if you're on these antidepressants. And I'm on 2 of them. So I was like,
That's weird.
I was feeling a little like tingly, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit, I wonder if this is the onset of like heat exhaustion, you know?
That sounds more realistic
So-
than your depression's going to go crazy.
No, that's not what happens. You're more prone to getting sick because of the sun.
Oh, so like if
You
you get a
take these
sunburn,
meds.
it could give you like sun poisoning.
You're just going to
Because
get dehydrated fast.
It's
basically.
amping it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what exactly it does, but it says right on the bottle, don't do that. So
Yeah, I can't drink or not drink. I can't have what's that nasty fucking fruit? I don't like it anyways, but it's in Squirt.
You don't like cranberry?
No, not cranberry. Grapefruit. Yeah, I can't have grapefruit and can't have
It
Squirt
sucks. I think it sucks.
and can't have what's that fancy drink? Shit, I can't even think today. Got a contact buzz from you.
No, you didn't.
Fucking Fresca.
I got a contact buzz from that Zippo. Tell you
But-
what.
But yeah, grapefruit and Fresca. Yeah. Can't have that.
So that's your apricot.
Yeah, basically.
Cool.
I said fuck you pill and I drank some Fresca the other day and I was okay.
Ooh.
It was okay. I didn't drink like a whole glass or anything. I gave it to the kids. Anna doesn't like it. She's like, how do you rich people drink it? I'm like, it's $2. It wasn't expensive.
Oh my God.
Like, calm down.
I didn't pump my own gas today because I was in a hurry. And
Did you go to the pumps?
I went to the full service pump and gave the guy a couple bucks and was like, stay hydrated.
Yeah.
It's like,
Which one did you go to?
quick fill.
Quick fill. Oh, right there in
Oh,
Olean.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it's funny because like I normally pump my own gas, and if I don't, I always tip
Yeah.
because it's such a shitty job, you know.
Yeah.
Staying out there pumping gas all day.
They get paid pretty good.
Well, they do, but it's like most people kind of sit in an air conditioned room and
Yeah.
they're out in the weather, like in the cold, you know. In the winter, it really sucks. So
During
I
the
respect
summer,
the gas station employees, man.
yeah. During the
respect the
summer, I
hustle.
don't really tip because I'm like, you're having fun. You're out there.
Yeah. Well, it was like 90 today.
Yeah.
And he had a lot of cars, and I know people don't like to tip.
And
so-
I usually go to the reservation for gas, so they're all stoned. Like it's not.
Yeah, I always
it's not a
tip them,
bad
too.
job to go to the shack that they have right there to like cool
Yeah.
off and smoke weed all day, and then be like, "What'd you say you wanted? 40 gallons?"
People used to do that for me when I worked at Crosby's. They'd
Uh-huh.
leave a couple bucks so I can get like a soda while I was on work. And a lot of
didn't-
the lottery deadheads would like buy you tickets.
But
They'd
they
buy you a
didn't
scratch off.
make you pump gas there, did you?
No,
No.
they just tipped you for running the register or
Really?
working the deli. You know?
Yeah, the deli. I remember tipping. What's her face? She probably doesn't work there anymore.
Nice.
Hello, welcome in. Jez Gaming with the 15 bits. What is that? Hentai moan?
It's a dinner time bell. You like that?
The dinner time bell?
Yeah.
Oh my god. That fucking just threw me off. That's hilarious.
I was not surprised by that. I think that was the first one ever.
Oh my god. Oh, let's go.
Wow. Thank you
Got a sub.
very much.
You ain't first.
He's the one that moved
You're last.
from, I believe, Florida to Colorado.
Oh, wow, that seems like a hell of an upgrade.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
And we were
Colorado
gaming
seems
when he was in
awesome.
Florida, but now that he's in Colorado, he's like, I wake up at 6, start streaming at 8. He's yeah, it's like 2
time
hours ahead.
zones.
So miss you, bud. But what else? What is it? I just wanted to apologize for not going the full route yesterday. Felt bad fucking leaving.
Oh,
but,
no, you don't have to
like, I was
apologize.
like dying.
We were ill prepared for the sun, is what it
Ooh,
was.
he's in
We
Vegas
should have
right
had
now.
some foresight and knew that it was going to be a hellacious day. So,
Yeah. I was just
Shit
happy
happens.
that it wasn't going to be cold. I think that's what it was. Like,
Yeah.
there was like, I didn't bring my jacket. I was like, it's gonna be nice and warm outside.
I'm glad you didn't get too sick or actually like
Puke.
fucked
Yeah.
by the weather because yeah, that would have been bad.
Because I've gotten that shit, and that's not fun. You're just laying in bed wanting to die.
My fucking mouth hurts. I don't know why. My teeth.
Oh, it's your
Probably
teeth.
this cold ass fucking bullshit.
Yeah, cold teeth and cold don't like it.
No, they don't.
When
That one's
they're-
like sheared off
Hey, mine too.
base.
That one too.
at the base.
They had to take that one.
So if apricot is your grapefruit, what is electricity for you? What is the thing you don't
Oh,
like?
I love electricity.
Yeah, no, but what do you not like?
Tickling.
I hate electricity and you hate being tickled.
Yeah.
I don't like being tickled either. That's
So you have an extra one.
not really how it works.
No, it's torture when it's tickling for me. And okay, teeth
No, I know
pain.
what you mean.
Teeth pain. That's
Same, no.
That's the only weakness I really have is tickling and teeth pain. Everything else, you can burn me. You could,
Pepper spray.
pepper spray. I'm chill with.
You can kick this man in the nuts and it
Yeah.
doesn't do anything. It's
I'm
fucking
like
wild.
Iron Man, like without the suit. Does that not fit?
You're like Iron Man's cup.
Yeah. His cup,
Yeah, you have the crotch of Iron Man.
the crotch of Iron Man, and then I
Iron
have,
crotch instead of
Yep, and then
crimson chin. You can be the iron crotch. You have a gadget belt that just does everything for you.
yeah, because I have a taser. It's a weapon in certain hands.
Taser on your dick?
I've done that. I did that at the party house. It didn't hurt.
I was blacked out for that one.
Yep. That was the night
I remember
I
that.
remember when we had the ramps on the porch. That's when I was going
Oh,
back
yeah.
and forth.
I remember the
on
ramps on the
skateboards.
porch.
Yeah.
I also remember the helmet and the carrots. That was about the same time frame, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be
and
the-
wrestling wheeze.
Yeah.
That was toward the end.
That was yep. It was towards the end. Fucking
Rip.
R.I.P. He ain't dead.
No, but Prosser House.
Oh yeah, that's gone now. It's completely
That's why I said rip.
torn down.
Dick's out for the Prosser House.
Yeah. Every once in a while, I find like
On your knees. You belong to me now.
Oh, Jesus.
another. Thank you for the 15 bits, Jess. Every once in a while, I'll run into somebody brand new that I'd never met at the party house. They're like, "You Goose, right?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
I'm like, well, "Do I know you? I went to your parties, man." I'm like, "Oh, cool."
No one even knew there was a Maverick for a long time.
Yeah, but because I don't know why. Was I more out there?
Well, yeah, you were kind of like the, I would say you were like Batman. I was like Alfred.
Alfred?
I kind of was like in the shadows. Like,
I thought you were like Batgirl.
well, sure as fuck wasn't Robin.
Yeah, that's why I said Batgirl. She's badass.
I like Nightwing and stuff.
Oh, there we go. Nightwing's better.
Gay.
Yeah.
What the hell, Gabby?
That's your wife that said that.
So I was waiting for her. She probably had that typed out, just waiting.
Yeah.
Waiting. She's like,
There's gonna be
when
one-
can I send this?
There's going to be a one.
Oh, I
It's
wanted
a-
to test something.
Go ahead.
Respond with a word or two words, whatever comes to mind when I say this, okay? I'm going to point to you and you say whatever comes to mind. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Pink and Flicka.
Yeah, okay. There goes that theory.
What'd you think I was going to say?
I want to know what the fuck you said. What'd you say?
I said Pink and Flicka.
Pink and Flicka.
What
I need a moment to process.
Was that too hard?
He didn't pass.
I didn't. Oh, okay.
He didn't pass.
I wasn't expecting to.
Damn, dude. I don't think anyone will top that.
I've never
I have
heard of
to
this.
delete this now
Why?
because my whole fucking experiment's ruined.
You have it written on your hand, you weirdo.
I had some stuff written on my hand to destroy the evidence.
What was the answer?
No, so I had this thing the other day, and I was like,
Okay.
I can't tell you. I got to try again
Okay.
some other time.
Some other time, like another day?
No, I need more guinea pigs first.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's not the response I was expecting. I'll tell you that.
Did you have me pegged down for these
down.
2 words? He's like, he's definitely going to say either this word or this
I
word.
feel like when I said that, that's all that got stuck in your brain. You're like 2 words.
Yeah,
It's like
it was.
everything else you tuned out.
I did tune out everything.
Yeah, see?
I'm like, pick out every single.
See, that's my fault.
Yeah,
I over-explained.
you did.
I did. I was like,
Is that the words I was supposed
listen
to say?
here.
2 words? Is that what you wanted me to say?
No, I thought you were going to say like United States Marine Corps.
That's 3 words.
Yeah, no. That's actually 4.
Oh yeah, it is.
That's my bad.
I always forget.
See why we shouldn't think?
Yeah.
See why I don't do that? No, because something was going on the other day, and they're like 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm like, shit,
Yeah.
that's not what's up playing. But it was like just like, I think it was some kids counting shit, and I was like, I wonder if that happens to anyone else. I wonder if they're just listening to people count, and it's like they got that urge. It's like the kids sitting at the desk with the bulging thing. They just want to scream it out.
Is it
It's
that
like,
Tourette's?
Yeah, I wonder if anyone else has that, and just random counting is around. They
I'm
just
happy
count.
you brought up the military because I have a video.
Hey, here we go. I hope it's not someone getting pegged or teabagged or
No,
something
we
crazy.
can't show that.
Hey, drill son. Hey, I ain't never seen a BS.
A Private Linsenmeyer. Probably shouldn't be making that video before you graduate with your name tape showing Private Linsenmeyer
Why the fuck do they have cell
in Fort
phones?
Benning, Georgia. I wonder if your drill sergeants follow me at all and know that Private Linsenmeyer, with a very unique name, has got his own little drill sergeant hat going on. And that his friends didn't tell him to stop. Oh, no integrity.
No integrity.
No integrity, but yeah, you're fucked, kid. You're definitely fucked.
Yeah, look at that. Hold on. Can you look at these guys in the back? Look
Yeah.
at the one in the back. He's actually hiding behind the other recruit. He's like,
Yeah.
he knows.
He's like, dude, you're stupid. Don't do that. Yeah, and it's clearly right there, Linsenmeyer. Like, you can't hide
I
anything
have 2
right
questions though. Like, yeah, why aren't you being fucking destroyed? Why do you have?
Probably
How do you have that much
make
fucking
them
free
stop.
time?
Well,
That's my question.
now. Yeah, you make time.
No, you don't.
Little by little,
do
you
you
would do that.
remember the 1 hour you'd get at the end of the day?
I remember
That's what we got.
There was church.
Yeah,
And
your
if you
drill
could-
instructors weren't in church.
Well, no, you could either go to church or you could stay at the barracks.
What?
Yep.
We didn't have that.
Well, you had to pick a denomination,
Right.
or you could stay back, and they're like, "We'll just drill you if you stay here." And then a couple of us were like, "Let's just stay back and let's work out.
so you-
It's going to be working out. We're going to
what
just get
the
drilled."
fuck?
Well, we were under par for something, and we wanted to work out to get better.
Oh,
at
that's
the one
cool.
thing.
So they were okay with it.
But we were like, all right, these recruits are ready for whatever, how you're not supposed to say we or whatever.
Mm.
And he's like, okay, go write fucking letters.
Good
Get
days.
the fuck out of my area. So it was all a lie. It was a hoax. Like, they're just like, get the fuck out of here. We don't want to watch you.
Wow, dude. No, they had Catholic, which is where I went.
Hmm.
I'm Catholic.
I hit every single one, actually.
I don't know, like Christian and then non-dom.
Yep.
And that was like where they just watched movies and stuff.
Yeah.
But we didn't have it where you could stay behind. That's crazy. Different battalion.
They made it, maybe had it, but they didn't tell you guys.
Yeah, they're
You
probably
know?
just like, we don't want them fucking here.
Yeah.
And just tell them they all have to go to church. That sounds about right.
But I did every single one that we were allowed to go to just to see what the difference was.
Wow, still learning things.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, that's questionable having cell phones.
That is a Army Air Force thing. They do have that option. And it's weird. It's
But, like,
weird.
fucking
to
why?
me
There's no function there.
to make stupid videos like this so you get in trouble?
Yeah, if you got
Like-
time, no, if you have that much time to make a fucking cover like that,
Yeah.
you should be getting smoked.
Well, I sewed all of our not our battalion. What's the next one under battalion?
Company?
That's above.
No, it's below.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
So I was Fox.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it would be Fox Company.
Fox Company had lead and follow series, yeah.
I got all of
believe.
us. Right?
Go ahead.
Is it?
Yeah, it's Fox
Okay.
Company. Yeah.
So everybody on our deck, I
you
did.
stoned?
I stoned. Yeah, no. I sewed all of our names in our hats because he wanted all of our shit
Oh,
like
cool.
that. So nobody fucking got in fights
Right.
and shit. And I did that in 2 nights. Just didn't sleep.
Hell yeah.
So like, if I could do that, I could definitely have done that. You know?
You wouldn't have dared do that.
No, I mean I pranked people.
I like that.
I pranked people.
Oh, yeah.
That
Ever
was
tell you
fun.
about the Skittles?
No.
So we were scuzzing the floor. Again, another boot camp story. You could fucking eat it if you don't like boot camp stories. Mm-hmm. Scuzz brushes online, and we're on our own time scuzzing. So they like left us to scuzz on our own time, essentially. So I'm working behind the rack.
It's literally a brush
Yeah,
like this big.
Excuse me. Yeah, Scuzz brush is like a cell phone with a brush.
Yeah,
it's
and
tiny.
It's like a horse brush.
Everyone's sweeping the floor together on their hands and knees. Mm-hmm. But I'm behind my rack, and my rack mate's there, and we're brushing, and I notice a hole in the wall. Mm-hmm. And inside the hole, I could definitely tell what it was. Mm-hmm. Was a Skittles wrapper.
Uh-oh.
Now, this hole was huge. It was tucked away up underneath, like, the heater. Because, you're thorough. You got to be
Right.
thorough when doing this shit.
Yeah, because they could put their little fingers anywhere and you fucking fail.
It looked like somebody had taken the bottom of a Skittles bag and wrapped it up. It looked like a little, like, Coke ball of fucking Skittles, packed
Right.
away in this little crack in the wall. And all I could think is, booby trap.
Yeah, okay.
I was like,
Yeah.
some drill instructor has taken a bag of Skittles, because you're not allowed to have candy in boot camp. They fucking
no.
don't give you candy out of your MRE, you fucking nut jobs. And to me, it was like, yeah, I'd probably really want a Skittle right now, but not that fucking bad.
You didn't get one of the fat kids to do it, did you?
No.
Okay.
My rack mate was like, dude, don't fucking touch them. And I'm like, yeah. We had the same, it was like same vibe. He's like,
Yeah.
I feel like they planted this shit
You ain't tricking
to
me.
see if we're back here eating Skittles at night or some shit, like waiting to pounce on you like a fucking cougar waiting on a hiking trail, man.
Yeah.
It's like, nope. Fuck them Skittles. They've probably been here for 3 fucking
3
cycles.
years?
Yeah, it's like they're not getting
Did you
eaten.
find anything out about it? Did somebody accidentally?
Never fucking cared. Nope.
Nope. You didn't get in
Avoided it.
trouble for
Nope.
finding
Didn't
it?
touch it. Left him there. Left him there.
So it was definitely a trap because
It could have been another fucking recruit, but it's like to this day I don't know.
yeah.
I don't fucking know what that
But
was.
usually your drill instructors will find whatever you fucking hide.
And I was house mouse, so I wasn't about to fuck that up.
Yeah.
They trusted me. I was the one that went in and cleaned their room and shit.
Yep.
And I was like knowledge recruit. So it's like, that's fucking fine, Like,
Knowledge recruit. You're a nerd.
yeah. I was
yeah.
also the martial arts recruit.
Oh,
Did I tell you that story?
Yeah.
They called out my martial arts instructor and called him a pussy. It's like, yeah, whoever taught you these martial arts back home's a fucking pussy. And I'm like, oh, don't beat me up for studying martial arts. And all they did is just talk shit on my instructor. They're like,
Yeah.
yeah, he ripped up the Marine Corps. You know that, right, buddy? I'm like, no, sir. I'm like, well, he did. He's a little bitch. Little army bitch, I bet. It's like, yes, sir.
That's fucking
I'm so glad I
awesome.
got to say that in the air. But yeah, he called out my former martial arts instructor for ripping off the Marine Corps' martial arts program, and I'm like, but yeah, I knew all the techniques. Mm-hmm. They had just renamed them in the civilian world, so they're like, good, you know everything. You teach everybody. I'm like, okay, cool. It wasn't like being squad leader again. It was
That
like
sucks.
not under the radar, but kind of just under.
Yeah.
Not being a slack off, but still like having a role to where they're not gonna fuck with you as long as you do your job.
Yeah, my role was Betty Crocker.
What the fuck's that?
I sewed and,
Nice.
and did shit.
You were okay.
I like headed
I
up
don't
the
know who ours was.
art, thing.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I'm like, all I did was just like, who could fucking draw?
I wasn't an art recruit. I was shit.
But like that's all I was
Can't
like.
draw
That's
or
all they wanted me for.
anything.
Like get the art people,
Nice.
make sure they're doing their shit, and then I sewed. that's basically it. They're like, you actually are pretty good at this. I'm like, my mom taught me.
Hell yeah, I can
Well, I
sew
did
too.
say
but
that.
we had iron on.
We
Once.
did, but they would always fall off. So I took
Tell you to stitch
moleskin.
'em.
I took moleskin, wrote everybody's name with the list, and just put
Nice.
them in each
Look at that.
thing. Yeah,
Improvise and overcome. it.
yeah. Did you ever get to Slapbox?
No, did you box? Did you box at the end of the
Yeah, it was
Crucible?
dumb. Yeah,
It was dumb.
yeah, it wasn't fun.
Was it?
No.
Did you do the pugil sticks too?
Yeah, I didn't like those either. It was
Did
boring.
you go to the arena?
Yeah, the arena was fun, but
You
like
did the arena,
I
right?
lost because they like you're running down that corridor and they jet you with the side blind, but they didn't jet the other guy. I was like, that's bullshit.
Oh yeah, the
They
drill
want-
instructors in there with the pads hip checking the motherfuckers.
Yeah, well, no, they like so there's tunnels that you
Right.
run against each other. Basically,
It's like a fucking
what is it?
Coliseum.
Coliseum.
Yeah, it's like a mini wooden Coliseum. They bet on the fights. It's
Yeah, they
fucking
did.
crazy.
And when you get
That's
to
a
the
trade
fucking
secret. I wouldn't
arena
say that.
area, they're supposed to both shove you.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that. We both didn't know that. He just shoved me and didn't shove the other guy, so he fucking got on me and won. I'm like, that's bullshit. I was like, fuck.
See, I saw the other side.
Yeah.
I saw the drill instructors with the giant ass hip pads.
Oh, did ya?
On the other side. Yeah. I saw them doing it, like waiting in line.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, fuck. And then you saw the other kids get like fucking just jammed coming out of the entrance. And it's
Yeah.
like, oh, gosh.
Yeah,
Here
but
it
that
comes.
was like, I'm like, okay, he's gonna get it too, so we'll both be on the ground, equal ground. I fall. He's like, oh, no. I'm like, you motherfucker, you must have hated me for some reason. He wasn't even in my battalion. I was like, who the fuck are you? Like,
That's
I don't
funny.
know you. Like,
We could literally make an entire episode out of boot camp stories.
we could. I mean, like a lot of people are like, oh, they didn't do anything if they're just talking about boot camp stories. It's like,
They're still good
would you-
memories.
Wouldn't yeah, like you're
Oh,
gonna
I'm
have
not
good
gonna talk about
memories.
high school
Does it always
because-
have to be bad memories?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I have great stories about Okinawa.
And
you know?
it's, yeah, and see, I don't. And I think that's always the common denominator.
Yeah.
I was in California doing a different job than you. So
Yeah.
a lot of my stories might be similar to yours.
Yeah.
But you know what's guaranteed to be? Boot camp. SOI.
Yeah.
Schools.
It's
Even
the-
schools is probably
yeah,
very
it
similar.
should be the common ground.
but then you
and-
go to battalion and everything's different.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter where you're at. You're going to have that individual experience. It's gonna
like
be
I've
similar,
always
but-
I like hearing about the Mew stories. I think they're fucking fascinating.
yeah.
But then
Yeah.
they're like, it kind of sucked the whole time. I'm like, but if you think about it, you laughed. Marines laugh no matter fucking what. You had to figure out something to
It
laugh to.
always sucks.
Yeah, it's
That's my
like-
perspective. Like it
exactly.
always fucking sucks. What
Yeah.
are you talking about?
But
What do you talk? What reprieve?
like, where did you go? Like, what'd you do on the deck?
Right.
Well, we just worked out. I'm like, okay,
But yeah, you're on the fucking ocean,
yeah,
a part of a Mew that's
$1
like
trillion
a historic
ship.
thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that too. But you're also joining another fraternity. Mm-hmm. You know, those of Marines
big
and
sisters.
sailors who have made that
Yeah.
journey before.
yeah,
Even if it was just the last Mew, it's still like you're a part of that.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I knew a lot of Marines that didn't appreciate it while they were in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Being someone that was a broke dick and trying to continue and trying to be a good Marine, it was really, really fucking irritating. You see people just fucking slacking off. I
slacked the fuck off though. I'm not gonna give any false doubt. I was a shitbag.
I wasn't perfect,
Yeah.
but getting hurt and getting fucked the way I did kind of turned me into an asshole because it was like, oh, you're not gonna fucking take it for granted. Like, you know, I loved being a Marine. So I talk about all the time this kid that looked like Pikachu.
What?
When we were
Wait. Do you remember his name?
no, fuck no.
Okay. Do you remember his nationality?
I think it was a white boy.
Okay. Now it's a better story.
Why?
Just go.
Anyway, he, you know, we were kind of just babysitting these guys who were in limbo, waiting to pick up, and he was obviously bringing everyone down, getting everybody in fucking trouble for just being a slack off.
Right.
And what he'd do as soon as they get released from class and released for the day, he'd come home in his rack and just play Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
So one of the Fridays,
So that's why his name was Pikachu. He didn't look like...
no, he did.
He did?
He was okay. So he was overweight.
He had no neck?
No, he just had really chubby cheeks and like a mousy face, like almost like a boyish face.
Yeah.
And he was overweight. They dogged him for being overweight. They dogged him for, everything because he was kind of the weak link.
Yeah.
And they did the fight night stuff, And that was one of the only ones I was involved in. As I said, you're the Lance Corporals would lock the doors.
Oh, yeah, right.
Sergeants would step off deck and they'd be like, "You're not actually free." They'd lock the doors and be like, you've been bitching, get in there."
Yep.
And I called him out.
It was good to work it out
your
there that
whole
way.
platoon should be doing what I'm about to do. But I was like, you and me, bud. And we got pulled apart.
Right.
But I hit him and something snapped. And he got on top of me, started wailing on my ass.
Oh, shit.
And he was like not a bad Marine after that.
Yeah.
But it was like I fucking hit him so hard he was bleeding.
Right.
And he responded. I didn't think he would.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And that's kind of what you got to do because you want that to happen early. You don't want that to happen like.
Yeah, but if it gets
you don't
out,
want the wrong
but
people
if it
to
gets
punk
out,
you.
fucking that you did that, it's devastating to your battalion, to your company, to like the whole fucking.
If you bitch out.
No, just like that story,
Mm.
and like you name names to the news agencies.
Oh,
At
no,
that time,
absolutely not, no.
It would have fucked over, but it's something
But that was the mentality that everyone knew it was agreed upon going in. Like you
Yeah.
don't have a choice.
But it's also like you're like, hey, we agree with this. You all agreed
Right.
with it, even though I didn't want to fucking fight this person.
And the only reason that
But it makes you
happened
better.
is because my Lance Corporals, that's how they ran things.
Yeah.
So when I saw it, I felt obligated to be like, well, why isn't anyone else doing this? Kind of, and
Because
they,
it's shady.
they would talk about
It's not allowed.
No, they all did though. So
yeah,
it's
but it's
kind
not allowed in the laws.
it's kind of like, well, fuck no, nothing's allowed in the laws.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell a story anyway, but
Yeah.
that's how it went. And we had a championship belt too. There was a fucking,
But it squashed
running
it where
platoon leader.
it squashed it. So you didn't I got in fights and I almost got NJPs out of anger where if we did that,
Yeah.
it would have been more fucking like controlled and like, hey,
Right.
we just beef, but we're done. We're finally done with that shit. You fucking won. I'm not happy about it. 2 weeks later, you're like, hey, let's play fucking video games or something.
Oh yeah.
So like that's
That always
something
sorts
I think.
itself out. That was like the only
Yeah.
direct thing I was involved with. I had the belt for a little bit, which was kind of like just rolling. You didn't really fight for that.
No.
You kind of was like rolling, but you're still rolling in the squad bay.
Right. And like I could have gotten major trouble for fighting in the armory.
fuck yeah.
I punched a kid out. Like for
Hell yeah.
I choked him and punched him and fucking they're like, you can't fight in here, dude. If anybody finds out, you're fucking going bye-bye.
Right.
I'm like, why? We didn't
Lights
have our
got covered up all the
guns.
time.
Like it was so
It
weird.
was crazy.
But I can't remember what we fought about. Oh, I had a problem with my staff sergeant's weapon not being clean.
Oh yeah, you told me that one.
Yeah, did I tell you? Yeah, it was not clean, and I kept on bitching about it. I'm like, you're gonna accept this because it shouldn't be in your doors if it's not clean, correct?
Right.
Well, he's a staff sergeant. I'm like, and you're a corporal, but
You're
your
supposed to kick
your
it back.
job is higher
Yeah.
than his. And he's like, are you just bitching because you don't want to do it? I'm like, no, I'll do it. But you could call my staff sergeant. I'm gonna be like, your weapon wasn't clean. Whoever before was supposed to
Yeah,
clean
no.
it didn't clean it. So I guarantee he had somebody to clean it. I guarantee he wasn't doing it. He had somebody to clean it, and they're just like, here, take it. It's my staff sergeant weapon.
Yeah.
And they got scared and took it anyways. I'm like, that's a failed fucking
Pass
weapon.
it down.
Yeah.
Shit rolls downhill.
Yeah, so I stopped it, and I just took all the shit.
We had a racist white boy with two
How does that
last
happen?
names. Oh yeah, how's that happen? He he punked this Hispanic kid, and ended up on duty, not for what he did, but he was just on duty that night.
Yeah.
So we went out to the Pizza Hut / bar drinking area, the patio, and we're telling him like, dude, how you gonna let him do that to you? You know what I mean? We're all kind of like amping him up.
The racist or the
No,
Hispanic?
we're feeding the Hispanic kid drinks
Okay.
and telling him you can't.
Why
let him,
would you
can't let him do that.
Instigators.
He literally went back to the barracks and started a fight with duty.
Okay.
And some kid came around. He's like, "Hey, you guys got to get back here. They're fucking fighting." I was like, "Oh shit!" And apparently he got knocked down. But it's like,
The Hispanic kid?
yeah.
Oh, damn.
But it's like, and no one else respected the other kid after that.
No.
He was a fucking total outcast after that.
That's what's really amazing about the Marine Corps.
Self-correcting.
We don't have any room for that bullshit, that racist bullshit. No. We don't do that shit. There's no racism, and if there is, it's squashed the fuck out.
Right.
I am really proud about that.
No,
like,
it's
like you might not
I
like
talk
a
it all
person,
about-
but you don't like a fucking whole people. That's wild.
no,
to me.
hate in general shouldn't be tolerated, you know. And I talk about my wife's fucking probably sick of hearing about it, but like policing your own, like you shouldn't let people come out here and represent anything with that sort of hate talk.
Yeah.
Should be stuffing it in their mouth.
Usually I'm surprised he made it to Fleet. The racist kid. I'm surprised he made it to Fleet
like I
because
said,
it's usually squashed out
We were watching.
in boot camp.
He was in schools when that happened. When
okay.
that happened. Yeah.
Yeah, because a certain person hears that, it's like, oh,
And nobody really
they could kick
liked.
you out for just that.
I thought it was interesting how nobody fucking liked the kid in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like no one really fucked with him. He wasn't really in any circles. He was kind of one of those like, my shit don't stink. And the other kid didn't do anything wrong. He was just laying low, and he's kind of a smaller, more timid.
Yeah.
He was easy prey,
Yeah.
you know. And yeah, after that, it was fucking. I don't know what he did. Something really, like, shitty to our buddy. But yeah, we were all shocked because we thought he was just gonna stumble home and go
to bed.
go crawl into his rack. you know?
Yeah. All right,
Nope.
we're going to take a quick little break. Ad's going to be coming up. We're going to nip that in the butt. BRB, enjoy the clips. Oh! The hell was that? Hello? Who's in there? I forgot my sister's name. I'll just use my own sister. Elena! What are you doing? People are worried about you. Get the fuck out here. Who's that? Is that Jeebus? Can I zoom in? Oh, there's strafing? There's strafing in the game. Wait. The doors are different. Wasn't it double doors? Hello? Oh my god, bro! Whoa! Oh. BRB. Let's try something. You want this? You hungry? You hungry? Where's this one go? Awesome. Oh, it's nice music now. Give you a state of calm before utter annihilation of your feelings. What is that? Dude, she put her... He threw her in the fire! I saw a crate inside the school. Grab it. I can use it to climb through the windows. Awesome. All right. That's not sturdy. There's missing boards. You're gonna fall on your ass. Oh! The hell was that? Low? God, there's tetanus everywhere. Look at all this fucking tetanus. Fucking fat kid broke that shit. What's my brother photo doing here? This is your brother? Aren't you a cop?
Did it remind you of someone?
Oh, what the fuck? He punched me in the throat! I wonder what they use this whip for. It's in a bedroom. Put 2 and 2 together, brother. Choker made of human teeth? Yo, I'm freaky, but damn. There we go. Oh! Got you, bitch! Fucked him up! You done, son? You're trapped. The hell is that thing? You can blink? Q is to blink. It's a nice place. Why you need a knife? For tea. What was that? Did the door open? I swear I heard a... Oh my god! Fuck this game! Oh my god. Dude, that looked like the girl from Dead Silence. This one. Oh! What? It's a painting! I don't know you. Oh, the light's on now. The lights weren't on before. Hey! Oh, don't! No. Turn the lights back on. No.
He's coming, like, get ready to throw it up to you right away.
End zone elite with the extra 3 points. 67-30.
Probably facing each other, right? That would make sense. Oh god, the fucking doll's alive! Oh! Jesus. Kids remember forever. I still remember the kid that pissed his pants. I'm not gonna say his name. Okay. I remember the kid that actually was a baller, asked to go pee, and the teacher said no, turned around, pissed in his seat, and then sat in it. It was like, there you go, teacher. She couldn't believe it. We were like, oh. And we're back.
What's up?
Welcome back in. So, you were talking earlier, before the podcast, about chemtrails.
Oh gosh, let's not get it. I don't want to. I don't want to talk about that.
You know,
No,
it's something you're interested in.
no, it's not. I read something interesting today.
Okay. Just a form?
Operation Popeye.
Popeye.
You can Google it on.
That's a
Google.
pretty cool name. Did you
Yeah, not bad.
hear what the new operation was for Iran?
Oh gosh, what?
It was Midnight Hammer.
Yeah.
I think it was called Midnight Hammer. I was like, that's actually pretty cool names. We do come up with pretty cool names for operations.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't like this conversation?
If anything else, I mean, it sounds like a 5-year-old named it. Honestly.
Well, yeah, all of them do.
I mean, yeah, that's a good point. Touche.
Like you see,
I mean, in a bad way.
you see sand in the air, you call it Desert Storm. Like that's Operation Desert Storm.
Yeah.
It's not diminishing it. It's just like, hey,
Shout out to the Desert Storm veterans.
yeah, they went through
Storm.
shit, but
Storm, Shield, and Strike, actually. 3
And-
different operations. You know that?
so
There might actually been a 4th.
was there a fourth?
Operation Desert Shield, Storm, and Strike.
So
I
they were
believe.
all in the desert qualification. So Desert
it was-
Storm, Desert Shield,
It was basically
Desert.
like the mobilization,
Mhm.
the airstrike, I believe, and then like the actual invasion. So it was
Right.
like 3 different operations.
What I saw something on TikTok today about the like not having boots on the ground anymore, and I was like, interesting. We're not known for that. We're not known for not
Looking
having
like
boots
a
on the
fool with your
ground.
boots on the ground.
You know,
It's like
we're not
pants on the
known
ground,
for that.
but boots on the ground.
What?
It's like pants on the ground. You remember that video?
No,
The guy singing "Pants on the Ground" on American Idol.
no. That was on American Idol.
I believe so.
No shit. But like that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, that's an interesting concept that like these new wars are starting to become no boots on the ground. It's just going to be, you
Well,
know,
I think yeah.
robots and
For-
shit.
Well, that's what's interesting because I think you're still gonna always have boots on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
It's like less boots, definitely.
Mm.
But look at Ukraine and the invasion of Ukraine.
Yeah.
They straight up just invaded their neighbors,
Right.
and
But you were telling me
they're
last
still
time.
fighting. You know,
Yeah.
they still got troops on the ground. Like Russia can't hold territory without troops.
But you were telling me on like last
Hmm.
episode 15, that they are still using shit from the Cold War, like
the Russians are, yeah.
so like that makes sense why they use boots on the ground, and then their retaliation, Ukraine was that.
Well, it's like
drone.
You
attack,
can
know?
bomb somebody, but to actual occupy a territory, you're gonna need, like I think we're still a long ways away from mechanized infantry,
Right.
like robotic infantry. You know what I mean?
I think we're closer to like robotic enhanced people.
Yeah, that could be a path.
I
It's
think that would
interesting to
be-
think, you know, what the future is gonna be.
Like, you ever watch Elysium with Matt Damon?
Yeah,
Yeah. Russians are actually really poor compared to the yeah, that's what basically Brian was saying.
there's yeah.
Like it's they're using outdated equipment against a not so well militarized.
Well, the
unit.
Ukrainians are getting a lot of our
And
like
now they're getting a lot of our old
90s,
shit.
80s
Yeah.
gear, whereas the Russians are trying to sell
Mm-hmm.
tanks and jets, so they don't want to use them.
Watching and listening. Okay,
So
you're
the
good.
Russians don't want to use their new tank
Mm-hmm.
because if it does bad, China might not buy it, India might not buy it,
Right.
Pakistan, Iran, they might not buy it, South Korea. Same thing with their fighter jets.
Yeah.
So what they're using is actually stuff from the 50s up.
Yeah.
And, you know, for somebody with an American weapon made even just 20, 30 years ago, they don't stand a chance
Right.
at all. So,
But like, have you ever seen the movie Elysium
yeah.
with Matt Damon? Right.
Yeah.
Like that's what I see more likely to happen first. I mean, you're gonna get these like drone attacks, right? That's already happened, right?
Yeah.
But for actual boots on the ground, I think those boots on the ground are gonna be enhanced.
You know, I agree.
You know?
that was the point I was trying to make is you're never going to not have boots.
Yeah.
Never. You're always going to have some form of, well, it's like a plane.
Right.
A lot of pilots to tell you, like, yeah, you can have something that's remote operated or AI operated, but nothing really changes. Human decision making is still like needed.
Key
Needed. You know
factor
what I
in
mean?
it. Yeah, like there's a bunch of movies. You could go down a bunch of war movies that are AI based, and you're like, where robots don't have the intuition that men have. It's like, okay, but like showing the AI now and how it is actually creating this intuition is kind of proving all those movies wrong, And I have a clip that actually goes with this.
Yeah, oh yeah.
The AI.
Put it on the big screen.
It is. Here we go.
AI.
We got D2S now.
Hell yeah.
Cute robot joins NVIDIA's CEO on stage in Paris. So it's a expo.
I'm an AMD fan personally, but
Your name is Greg.
This is not CGI. This is real.
Greg learned how to walk inside Omniverse, obeying the laws of physics. And so you learn how to walk in the virtual world, and look at you now. Can you jump? Wow. Can you dance? I just want to let you know, I am the keynote presenter. I need you to behave for a few seconds. Could you sit? Sit. Hey, you know what we should do? Let's take a picture of everybody. Yeah. Bam, bam.
So we're getting closer and closer to that fantasy to reality goal of space.
I stand corrected. Maybe we won't need actual boots.
Right?
Send in Wally.
Yeah, send it. I call him D2S. I call him D2S
I want to
because
call him Wally.
you want to call him Wally. He's kind of Wally-ish, you know.
Seems dope.
But yeah, it's just amazing. Even though technically you could probably have that controlled and have that like perfect thing happen, I really do believe that this AI being learned all this in virtual reality and then just got his memory into the robot, and now he can actually put those actions.
It looks like
into
a
work.
robot chicken, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It looks like an actual
It's
chicken.
Green robot
Yeah,
chicken.
it's a fucking stormtrooper chicken.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
But just that alone is crazy. They had the Jarvis type AI robots. Kai Cenat, I don't know if you watch a lot of streamers, but he's a huge streamer. He had them for his month marathon where he streamed and the cameras didn't stop.
Wow.
On Twitch. So, but he had those robots come in. Those were man controlled, but it's just getting closer and closer to that.
Working out the mechanical parts, 'cause
Once you figure out
control
how
itself-
to like, hey, this is your job now. I think it's going to be a big change in
It's like
robotics,
Yeah, it's the new Roomba.
Yeah. Yeah, the Roomba that actually, you can be friends with.
Yeah.
Like, I would be friends with that thing, wouldn't you?
Cook your dinner. Could tuck you
What
in
if he
at
cooked
night.
a chicken?
What if you put a chicken inside of it and cook it? It was a chicken cooker.
Chicken cooker. Oh, there you go. I like that. Shoots out
Clean-
chicken.
Yeah.
Wings and shit.
Yeah.
I like it.
Put a deep fryer in that bitch.
But it's just crazy. And then you have like Black Mirror, that show I told you about.
Yeah, that sounds creepy.
And like it shows the negative sides of that. I never think of the negative when it comes to creating because
That's not good.
I'm so happy that it's
You're
like
so
positive.
happy. Yeah, until that thing walks up in your room. It's like, give me your income taxes.
Yeah, it's like,
oh
you-
shit.
You already have that
Have to kick him
information,
across the
bro.
floor.
I'm like, I would be like, you already have that information. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Well,
but he
I
comes
want it-
to collect.
Okay, it's there.
He comes to scan you.
Yeah, scan me and
Take
like
your
give
money.
my fingerprint and just steals my money. I'll be like, okay, You got it, bud.
And then it's like, no,
Like-
you're going to robot jail.
For what? Being so nice to your
Doesn't
kind?
matter.
Yeah, I'm the nicest fucking person to
Those
AI.
are little fucking authoritarian chickens. They don't care.
I don't know.
They take you to robot.
You
chicken
acting
jail,
like it's
bro.
the Empire, or no? What was the black rolly of? It was on the evil side
What?
of Star Wars. So you had
Sith?
BB-8, and then the Sith
Oh.
had a BB-8 that was black.
I don't
Remember?
remember.
So you're acting like it's the Sith.
It could be.
No, it's green.
It could run a Glock. I'm telling
Basically Yoda.
you. You could strap a Glock to its head and it could come collect.
Well, that's what's crazy. So this is, happy-go-lucky, right?
Mm.
They already using those dogs,
Yeah.
the robot dogs,
Police dogs.
for police. So like,
Imagine getting bit by a robot police dog. Just take.
you don't get bit, you get shot.
Imagine having a fucking clamp feature just grabs a hold of your limb.
Oh, like a fucking,
You just got a fucking robot dog.
like for your car.
Yeah,
You're not allowed to
it's
move.
a fucking human boot. It just
Yeah.
runs up to and clamps on their leg and
Yeah.
like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did send you the cover. Okay, thanks, bud.
So that's what you got to look forward to is kicking one of them motherfuckers across the room when
Yeah.
it comes in
But I'm just so excited for the good
or hitting
things.
it with your car.
That could be a problem.
That'd be fun.
That
wouldn't
would,
it?
I know.
Running
because
them down.
No, that would fucking wreck your car. They keep on making plastic cars. That's fucking metal. Like,
I say we race them. We
Okay.
race those robots. You know.
you're not going to be on the good side
For
of
our
AI
tournament.
when they take over, bro. I'm on the good side.
Whoever pays.
Yeah, the robots are going to.
As long as that motherfucker's not coming to my house to collect any taxes, I'm good.
Dude, that would be fucking wild.
He's be like, hey, you're going to jail now.
They create robots to make sure we can be creative, right?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And we get rid of all of the jobs that are dangerous,
Stressful.
but all we can do now is create.
Yeah, we talked about that last episode.
And I've been milling that over for 2 weeks now, and I'm like, that does make a lot more sense. But then if we do it that way, we would be a lot nicer
Free to do whatever we want.
to robots because you're gonna be creating, like, whether you're creating programs or you're making
Well, I
art,
mean, think
making
about it.
music.
What's the number one stressor? Like, people, they got to work to provide. They got to work to survive.
Yeah.
So it's like if you remove those social constraints and people can live in a truly like free and natural society,
Unified world.
yeah,
That would be great.
that's
that would
exciting,
be epic.
isn't it?
Yeah.
And I guess that's one way it could be achieved. Because now you got little robots that go find you clean water.
Yep.
You got robots to tell you if water's clean. If they could do anything. You put a thermal fucking
Sensor on them.
Yeah.
Well, you remember in
Medical
I think
bot.
it's Matrix 3, the Matrix.
That's reaching back. Haven't seen
Yeah.
Matrix in a while.
But so Neo and like the president of their town, right? Underground town, are standing by the water cooling agent's like factory, and he's asking Neo, "Do you know what that machine does right there?" He's like, "It cleans our water. I don't know how, but these are machines just like the ones above. We have to make common ground." So like even that idea, like, so if AI becomes sentient and watches that movie instantly because it has
Right.
all information, they can see that we can try, but we can destroy. And I
know
think
if
they'll
it
make the good
can.
choice.
I don't know if it can become sentient because it can. So say you want AI to make a picture for you. You say, paint me a pretty portrait. It's going to use human standards to gauge
Right.
what's beautiful.
Right.
So it doesn't like
Or maybe
that's-
we don't
that's what's
understand it.
lacking. So I think the first is like what we talked about earlier. I think that's the most likely. Like we end up, having robot doctors, robot car engineers, robot car
I mean, we're already
testers.
like basically 7-Eleven healthcare with that like impact or whatever it's called in Olean. You don't have to go to the major hospital. You can just go there,
Oh,
talk
yeah,
to
yeah.
a doctor. You
Yeah.
just pay out of your pocket.
Yep.
And so, like, we're already privatizing that here.
Yeah, it's scary when you talk about it that way. 'Cause,
Yeah.
you know, do you remember the movie? What's it called? Justin Timberlake and Olivia Wilde.
In time.
Yeah, that one.
I love that
Good job.
movie.
That's like what I fear. Like when everything's automated, and then there's still like, humans are
There's
still
still
extorted
classes.
for money
Yeah.
because like they need that to control the population.
Right.
They can't be free to create because then people wouldn't have shackles on them. They wouldn't have any restraint socially.
Okay.
You know? So
Yeah, here I'm gonna
It's
see if
scary.
I can. Yeah, that's the thing. That's why people like you need to exist, and people like me, the hopeless dreamers and happy people, and like think about it. And then there's people where you're like, but this could happen. You know what I mean? And I think that's really good. Hold on, let me find this clip because it goes with exactly what we were talking about. I think I was super stoned when I watched it too. I hope I liked it. Oh, there's that clip. The military one. Oh, I fucking didn't. God damn it. Settings, security, everything okay over there?
Oh yeah, I was just checking the news, just getting updated on the latest news. That's
Watch
all.
history. I think I saw it this morning.
I think
actually.
wifey's still watching the stream.
You. Do you remember the stand-up comedian? He's British. He's really fucking funny. He usually like trolls people.
Is it Ricky?
No, not Ricky Gervais. It's the other one that has the weird laugh. The ha 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 ha. That's his real laugh.
Oh, I can't remember.
Oh fuck! Is it? What? It has to be on here. I did watch a video of like what happens when you get curb stomped.
Oh gosh, don't.
Yeah.
Why? Why would you talk about that? Why would that be a thing we watched?
It was medical. He was like, "This is what happens in
don't
the
care.
body."
I
Yeah.
don't want to think about it. Stop.
That was it. All you could think of is one movie.
Yeah, it's like the notorious one.
Oh my god, I can't think of the British guy's name. Hold on. He was on Joe Rogan, and it was a great question. Okay. British guy comedian. Aha! Jimmy. Jimmy Carr.
Not familiar.
Jimmy Carr. AI Joe Rogan. I guarantee I'll find the clip this way. Okay, I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna send it to the file so we can watch it live.
Nice. Trying to see if potatoes are for dinner.
Okay.
I want potatoes.
You know those are bad for your teeth?
Are they?
Yeah, my dentist told me it's like
Oh, the
it's-
starches. Yeah.
it's a sugar.
We learned about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, wait, I can't have fucking potatoes that are
Fuck
good for you?
Yeah, roast beef and veggies. I know. I can't wait.
Here we go. Send you. Okay.
Dinner is always good, man.
That's usually the only meal I eat.
I'm blessed. Oh yeah, me too. I'm
I
weird.
I think it's a more common thing than people.
I'll
think.
have I don't know. I'll eat breakfast most days, but most of the time it's late. My lunch is late. I'm just weird.
I mean,
eat in
I
the
think that's a lot common up here. Because you go to California and you go to like Texas,
That's a good point.
they like in those heavy states, they have that like, hey, we wake up, we do stuff, we do this, do this. And up here, it's
Snow
more
is
like
kind of, yeah.
we got to work, we don't have time for food. like,
Yeah.
ugh.
No, I wouldn't understand if I didn't understand. If I hadn't seen it for myself. You
Yeah.
know, it really is weird. I tell people all the time the mentality is just different out here.
All right, here's the Jimmy
Want to
card.
hear my hot take on AI?
Oh, this guy.
All right, my hot take on AI is we were not made in God's image, but we so wanted there to be a God, we made one in our image. So if you think about the attributes of AI, it's all-knowing, all-powerful, can perform miracles, it lives in a cloud. Sorry, is that God or AI?
Wow.
It's so at the
Especially
moment, I think.
emerging. It's an emerging God. Right?
Well,
it's not even done growing yet.
At the moment, it's the
But isn't that fucking a crazy
Not the video, I
idea?
thought it was. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, so like instead of AI being the slave in the movies, right? It's always AI fighting against the human race because we enslaved them. We're actually giving them more power than ever. They're going to be all knowing. It's like, are you going to disagree with your robot lawyer? Like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like
The best advice possible.
exactly around
They
the
already
world.
have AI like therapists.
Yeah.
They're experimenting
yeah.
with like, you know,
I did see
treating
that.
you because it just can process the symptoms.
Yeah.
It's like WebMD on steroids. You know, people have been looking up their own symptoms
Yeah.
for like a long time and able to. A lot of people will treat themselves.
Is that the
So it's
AI
kinda crazy
that like
nuts.
you get in a call with them, you talk to the AI?
No, it's
and
just
it
like-
scans your facial recognition and everything. It does all that to diagnose
so,
you.
Yeah, the AI stuff. Yeah,
That's fucking cool.
isn't it nuts?
I would rather talk to that person.
yeah,
Honestly,
for sure.
I would rather talk to that person. I mean, I love my pill doctor. I don't think
Me too. My
I don't think
doctors
my-
are great.
my medicine doctor could be replaced by AI for me.
Same.
But if that's it more advanced and she has to call sick, hey, have your AI fill in. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
you know.
that's pretty crazy.
But like people are whining online that AI is going to take our jobs. It's like from South Park, took our jobs.
Yeah, for
you
real.
know?
It's like, should humans really be like manufacturing molten steel by hand? Should
Yeah.
you have people in those factories doing that, or simply
Having black lung, you know,
yeah, like anything? Like,
Well,
everything is dangerous.
Timmy Lim Music, he is 60-year-old man. That's a streamer. And
Hell
he
yeah.
he composes and writes lyrics for songs, and he puts it through AI because he can't sing, he can't play guitar
That's brilliant.
and stuff. And he's able to sell that for that, like
Nice.
for like his story. So it was basically him like making short stories. I think he told me like a bunch of short stories turned into songs
Wonderful.
because he's a author too.
Hell yeah.
And so like it's just another
Same.
way, another tool to get that creativeness
Yeah,
out
I use AI because I think of things so fast
Mm-hmm.
and so often for like I'm world building. I've been world building for a book I'm writing for a decade now,
Yeah.
and working out the plot,
it's been a decade.
the
Holy
storyline, a little bit more actually.
Yeah.
And it lets me generate what I'm seeing in my mind. I don't know how else to describe that.
Yeah.
My hand can't do it. I can't draw.
Right.
And I can't pay an artist $10 an image
Yeah.
to get the type of detailed.
Yeah, like no, make that river bend around this mountain, not that way.
From
Yeah,
everything from maps to the uniforms
yeah,
to the
holy shit.
details of the battle.
Yeah.
So what I like to do is get landscapes, as you know,
Mm-hmm.
very important for what I'm doing. Characters, and then events.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go into AI and be very descriptive about the event I want portrayed.
Mm-hmm.
So people can go read my book and be like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
there's a picture of it. So
Like I
I
bought
don't know.
from digital artists, and yeah, they're awesome.
I have too.
But it's honestly, it's just so fucking like, hey, I changed my name. They already made a logo for Slayer's Drunk Gaming.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I need to rebrand, and I can't afford that right now. AI was a lot better. It's sorry.
Yeah, some things it's good, some things it's bad. I don't think it takes away from humans though, because it's
no,
like,
because you could be like, hey, I'm a digital artist. I'm really good, and I have signed copies and shit.
oh yeah,
Like, you know, what is that thing that Jake Paul got in trouble for.
Oh, I don't even know.
It was like, it's not Bitcoin. It was like, it was meme coin or something like
Yeah.
that. There were like little things online that you had to mine for and buy and shit, and it was rare. So
Right.
like, you could do that with your art.
Mm.
You know,
Or
I drew that with
you
hands.
can sell actual art,
Mhm.
and it's going to be worth more because it's one of one.
Mhm.
I can make something on AI, and somebody can just go print copies of it and hang it up in their room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if you have an actual painting, that doesn't take away from the actual painting.
No.
Because painting has texture. There's dimension to art. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like saying AI is going to ruin sculptures. It's like, no, if you have a machine print something and somebody make it by hand, what's more impressive?
Mhm.
It doesn't ruin it at all, in my opinion.
Like that guy, if it's a like printable thing that everybody wants,
yeah,
he gets a fucking cut
Exactly.
of the business.
That's already happening.
So like that's what I'm thinking. Like AI needs to integrate, and people need to stop fucking booing it and be like,
Right.
it's gonna happen. Let it steamroll you, or jump on the fucking wagon and
I think of
let it help
trading.
you.
I think of trading cards. You know what I mean? You can get the sports card that is everyone has it, and that's your AI mass-produced stuff, or you can get the trading card that has the jersey in it.
Oh yeah, okay.
And it's like that's from that player.
Yeah.
That's human touch. You can't replicate that. You could put a jersey in it,
yeah,
but
yeah.
it's not something that was worn on the ice.
Right.
You get
yeah,
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just like the guy making music. That's not gonna replace anybody from writing their own songs and going out and playing it in
And
person
performing it,
because
yeah.
it's a human touch.
Right.
It's you could still
See, I could
charge
see,
for
you
that.
Know you know that thing in Texas, the big globe.
Is that in Texas? The fucking like big video
No, not in
orb?
Texas. It's in Las Vegas, yeah.
yeah. Okay. I know what you're talking about.
But like I could see men and robots doing music together, like fucking in that thing, because like
Right.
it's a ingenuity and robotic fucking marvel in itself right now, and then actually like to perform back to back guitar solos with each other. Wouldn't that be fucking epic?
But yeah, think about
Yeah.
the light show. Like
Yeah.
when the light pulses to the bass, like you could have AI doing. I mean, they already have AI doing all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People have these big screens now with the craziest graphics and the most like interactive shows ever.
Yeah.
It's only going to get better.
Yeah.
Like,
And like,
literally.
and then Anna is totally against this, but she also might have been drunk on the podcast. But entertainment, like movies and TV shows, the next step, because we're getting it so fast, so frequently, our next step in entertainment is another sense. You have here and
Absolutely.
you have vision.
Yeah.
And then like if you pay for a little extra, you can feel like water spritzing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I'm honestly thinking you're gonna taste, you're gonna smell, you're gonna
They've actually
you're gonna
I
have
think,
feeling.
I think Nintendo already did that.
No.
Aren't they adding something? Someone's adding a scent thing to something?
Yeah, there was a nose thing, but it was too nerdy looking.
No,
they have to make
I
it look
saw
cool.
this thing that's like it looked like an air freshener or something that goes in your room.
Yeah.
That's
But it's
wild.
like it wraps around your head, right?
No, this is just
Oh,
a thing that like mists into the room
while you're watching a movie.
while you're in VR.
Oh, okay. See, that's like the first steps.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like you're going.
And I
In a
thought
video
Nintendo
game or
had
watching
something
a
that was
movie?
in the remotes. I
Uh-huh.
thought they had something that was in the remotes that did that, like foggers.
Yeah.
I swear someone's developing it, Goose.
But that's the problem. You'd have to sell the vape juice that goes in there.
Oh, yeah, but-
and then stupid people are gonna smoke it. So then you have to put
The
a warning on it.
The
like-
immersion of it, like, can
but
you
just-
imagine?
Yeah.
Running through the rainforest and it's like heavily trying to spritz on you.
You
Water.
can feel the heat.
Yeah.
You can feel that mugginess in that room. Like,
Oh, that's next level.
Dude,
Dude, selling
right?
like a grow tent that's essentially a fucking, augmented reality.
yeah, that's my favorite thing, and I think we're gonna go there the fastest because of VR and the leaps it takes is augmented reality, and we're already kind of in it. We have those glasses that are limited,
Absolutely.
but it's going to be a standard thing eventually. It's for the rich and the big streamers, but then you're going to get like the lower tier, like they're going to get the old shit from those old guys, and then they're going to get the new shit.
Look how big LCD screens are.
Yeah.
And what you could do with a green screen. Like, yeah, augmented reality is, I don't even want to know where it's going to be in 15, 20 years.
I want it like now.
You want it now, yeah.
Yeah.
You can't wait for Christmas.
Dude, exactly. I'm just like just clicking the air and fucking being able to do stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. Like fucking Starship Trooper.
Yeah. It's just,
I don't think
I
they
love
do that in that
technology.
one. But Star Wars, yeah. Star Wars tech.
Yeah. I don't think we're going to have
Projectors and
like that type of a battle. If you're smart enough to
in space?
do interstellar travel, I really don't think you're going to fucking fight.
We already have lasers. The US and English are, the England has like the strongest naval laser ever built or some shit.
I was just making sure. But I don't think we're going to be fighting anything.
I hope not, but
Because we're one out of class.
history kind of it paints a bad picture. Like, it's pretty, I think it's inevitable, honestly, but
That we're going to fight with a
Fight in
interstellar
space.
being.
we're kind of already fighting. Oh, well, yeah, I mean, if we meet one.
I don't think we'll fight it.
Dude, we exterminated the rhinos. What do you think we're going to do to space people?
Well, we use them in battles also.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because
Humans aren't the nicest.
No, but like, if you're going up into space and their ship is faster and smarter than yours, are you going to be like, oh yeah, we're going to turn you into rhinos? No, we're going to be like, hey, we're new here. Can you help us out?
I don't know.
You know?
I don't know. I'm not optimistic in that aspect.
No?
Not at all. No.
If we had a unified world,
Yeah,
I think that would have been.
If we could get well, that's the thing. We need enlightened, like, we need people to lead the way that are like enlightened. You know, people that are walk the walk and talk the talk.
and
that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
I think we're always going to have kind of the rich oligarchy. The rich are going to kind of dictate everything.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
That's how it's always been.
Yeah, it's always been
Kings and queens, man.
kings and queens, and then I mean, you had your fucking lords. That's like your pop stars and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
So like, yeah, it's just it is.
Your governors.
Yeah.
Your senators.
Even if you were a peasant, you were like, oh, dude, you got in with the guy that makes that bread, right? You know, like
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was like your streamer, like, you know,
Kind of, yeah.
like we're making dough down
Yeah,
here.
a merchant, you know.
Yeah.
They're not quite peasants because they're providing an essential service, and that allows them to exist as in a.
And then always like famous people,
I don't know.
do talk to bread people, and they're like, hey, I do know about.
Yeah, they got to get their bread
so-and-so.
somewhere. Yep.
Yeah, that's how it is.
It
It's
really
just a
hasn't
different
changed.
time.
Nothing's
Yeah,
changed,
crazy.
man. I'm telling you. I try to tell people, but
Well, this week coming up, this Sunday, we'll see each other next. I do have a canopy,
hell yeah. Hopefully, man.
and that's going to protect us from rain and the fucking evil sun.
I don't know what's going on this week, but I think playoffs are starting
Ooh, are they?
like soon. Yeah, because
Soon?
I think
We're
the
in
10
week
weeks
7 next.
I think the
week.
10 weeks include
or this week.
what team haven't we played? End Zone Elite, right?
Yeah.
We missed the Ducks. We were supposed to play them.
Yep.
So I think week 7, everyone will play each other once.
Okay.
So I think the playoffs will be
The next week.
2 rounds and then a championship game.
Okay.
Because they said one team won't make it into the playoffs from each. So 6 teams will make the playoffs.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I wonder how that'll work. Find out next time on
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z.
I did notice that we're gonna have to figure out how to play that music properly on stream because it's doubled up. But
We can talk to them.
yeah.
Maybe we can.
Oh, what I found out is you're in one ear and I'm in the other ear.
Wild.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Well, that's cool, kind of.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy.
I'm over here.
Like it's like you're literally sitting in between 2 announcers.
Nice.
And you can only
Made
hear...
a Goose and Maverick sandwich.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
All right. Thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you next time.
Peace.
So long, farewell to you, my friends. Goodbye for now, until I stream again.
I say,
So long, farewell to you, my friends. Goodbye for now, until I stream again.
it's been great to play and chat together in the stream.
And now it's time to say goodbye.
Let's all sing together now.
So long, farewell to you, my friends. Goodbye for now, until I stream again. Goodbye for now, until I stream again.